Hey everybody, it's your girl Sidney Starr reporting from you live from Houston, Texas. And I would like to let everyone know that I have a fat ass. Woo! That ass is fat. Yes, I have a fat old ass. Sidney Starr has a fat ass. I think I deserve a crown, bitch. Love you. Just having fun. Bye.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm over 90% sure that Sidney Starr is going to be a part of Love and Hip Hop Houston. Why do I say that? Well, let's just look at what Sidney was saying on social media. So it was maybe, I don't know, a couple of months or so ago, I made a video where I talked about how Sidney may be joining the cast of Love and Hip Hop because there's a picture of Sidney and Mona Scott Young, who happens to basically run shit. So, you know, I made a video about that, and that picture, I guess, was reposted by Sidney recently with a different caption. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let me start off with this picture right here. Sidney with Jelaminah from the Bad Girls Club, who's also rumored to be a cast member of Love and Hip Hop Houston Season 1. Sidney said, "Me and my girl at Jelaminah from the Bad Girls Club, we look like we was real sisters. We sisters from another mother." It's really sisters from another mister. But anyways, man, all types of emojis. Movie emojis, kissing emojis, and airplane emojis and whatnot. Hashtag Love and Hip Hop Houston. That's the key. Hashtag Sidney Starr, hashtag Team Sidney Starr, hashtag Team Johnny Blaze. Of course, Johnny Blaze and Sidney are close friends, and of course, Johnny Blaze is a confirmed cast member of Love and Hip Hop Houston. Sidney also posted this picture with graphics that say Houston and an airplane flying through the sky. And Sidney said, "Hi Houston, Texas. I'm here. I stay on the move. The transgender diva." Kissing emojis. Hashtag Team Sidney Starr, hashtag Sidney Starr. Follow me on Snapchat at Sidney Starr Bad. Sidney also posted a video twerking and acting wild like Sidney does, and said, "Sidney Starr reporting to you live from Houston, Texas." Kissing emoji, a bunch of different emojis. The transgender diva strikes again. Tag your bestie with the fat ass. Well, I would tag Johnny Blaze. Not that that's my best friend, but she has such a fat ass that she has enough ass to be everybody's best friend. But anyways, follow me on Snapchat at Sidney Starr Bad. Now, Sidney also posted this selfie with Mona Scott Young. The caption reads, "Love and Hip Hop at Mona Scott Young. I think it's time to bring hashtag Love and Hip Hop to Chicago next, Mona. After Houston, then Chicago. Love and Hip Hop Chicago. Wouldn't that be something? Here's me and at Mona Scott Young looking cute as ever. What y'all think at VH1?" And finally, Sidney posted this picture with Johnny Blaze. The picture reads, "My baby Johnny Blaze from Love and Hip Hop. We got some surprises for y'all." Now, what could the surprises be? Let's read the caption. "Me and my baby at the real Johnny Blaze, duh, reunited. Stay tuned at VH1's Love and Hip Hop. My bestie, D. Smith and Betty Idol, watch out." Kissing emoji, just all sorts of emojis. Hashtag Johnny Blaze, hashtag Sidney Starr, hashtag Team Sidney Starr, hashtag Team Johnny Blaze, hashtag Princess of R&B, which is of course Johnny Blaze's nickname. Could Sidney Starr be an actual cast member of Love and Hip Hop? Now this is going to be very controversial because Sidney Starr done outed so many rappers in the past. Sidney Starr had, I don't want to say a bad reputation, but definitely was able to save that career. You know, a lot of people wouldn't have been able to come back from the type of controversy surrounding their name that Sidney had, you know, going and whatnot for several years, basically. Plus, Sidney claims to be a transgendered person, which a lot of people say is not true. A lot of other people say, oh yeah, it's definitely true. Who really knows? All I know is this: Sidney it's looking like Sidney, judging by these captions and these selfies, is almost a confirmed cast member. Because if Sidney's in Houston at the same time that they're filming the show, best friends with Johnny Blaze, friends with Mona Scott Young, taking selfies and posting captions and stuff. It sounds like we're probably going to turn on the TV and see Sidney there. So, I got to ask, what do you think about Sidney joining the cast? Do you think that Sidney's going to make the show better? Are you going to tune out because you're a hater and don't want to see Sidney getting those coins, getting that check, getting that money? You don't want to see Sidney line them pockets? No, but seriously, what do you think about that? Are you happy about this? Are you upset? Are you hating? Are you from New York? Man-hating, to be exact? Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Either way, Sidney stays doing big things. So congratulations on whatever you're doing. I know you're going to be successful at it. So that's all I'm saying. Meat Magazine.